In his joint address to Congress on Tuesday, President Trump took credit for getting NATO allies to spend more money on defense. But one ally doesn't need convincing. Elizabeth Palmer has more on how the Eastern European nation of Estonia is preparing for the worst-case scenario from Vladimir Putin's army.
These may look like soldiers. Actually, they're ordinary men and women with day jobs who volunteer in the Estonian Defense League, a kind of citizens' militia. Here they're competing in an annual exercise. More than 13,000 of them, prepared to rise up if Estonia were attacked. We asked Erin Alariklin why they joined.
Because Russia has had some rather offensive rhetoric. And we just saw what happened in Ukraine. Nobody thought it's possible.
He's talking about Estonia's aggressive neighbor to the east, Russia, which in the past 10 years has invaded both the Republic of Georgia and Ukraine. Estonians started to worry that they may be next.
So let's say 5 years ago, nobody even thought, or if you said something like that, you were the crazy person. Now it's like it happened in Ukraine, it happened in Georgia, why not here?
Estonia has a professional military, too. It was on display in this weekend's Independence Day parade. This small country spends big on defense. It's a fully paid-up member of NATO, and that buys it powerful friends. This year, U.S. soldiers deployed to Estonia were part of the parade, and for the very first time, they brought tanks. American tanks on the streets of Estonia's capital send a powerful signal to the people here that the U.S. will stand by its NATO allies. They also send a very clear signal to the Kremlin. Anyone over the age of 25 here remembers that Estonia was actually ruled by Moscow during 50 years of occupation by the Soviet Union. That ended in 1990. This ceremony honors those who died in the multiple struggles for Estonian independence, and no one is prepared to see it threatened again, especially by Russia.
Estonia is not alone.
Margus Tsahkna is Estonia's defense minister.
We're sending the message to Russia very clearly that we are able to speak the same language as Mr. Putin does, and it's a language that we are ready to fight.
And staying ready means constant training. On Saturday, near the town of Voru, women volunteers in the local chapter of the Defense League were in class learning to use GPS equipment. Once they'd grasped the basics, they took to the forest for a field test. For Ruth Madla, the Defense League is about comradeship, learning new skills, and keeping fit. She doesn't really expect the Russians to invade. But
you're part of this force that sends a message.
Yeah, and I think maybe it's good to have the message.
That message to Russia is loud and clear. Estonia is spending record amounts on its military, and the defense leagues have never had more volunteers. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, Tallinn, Estonia.